It has become the foundation of my short game, and it needs to be the foundation of yours as well.
All right guys, today we're going to talk about Phil Mickelson's hack for bulletproofing your short game. We're all about helping people break 90, and most high handicappers that have never broken 90 struggle with their short game simply because they don't have a strategy in place. Today we're going to show you Phil Mickelson's strategy for his short game so you guys can start reducing strokes and break 90 as soon as possible. So most high handicappers make one of two problems when they're putting. Either they get way too aggressive and they just try and jam the ball in the back of the hole, and that ends up running way past the cup, and then they end up with a knee knocker coming back. And then the other issue is because they get traumatized from hitting it too long, then they get tentative. So we're gonna fix that today. So the way that Phil Mickelson practices to deal with this issue is he practices with what's called a 3-foot circle.
This is the foundation of our entire short game, this 3-foot drill.
This is his system in order to stay consistent in putting, and this is a system that you can use as well. So what it is Phil Mickelson practices literally hundreds of 3-foot putts every single day leading up to a tournament. That way he knows that if it's in 3 foot, it's in the cup, he doesn't have to worry. Then from there he practices lag putting and chipping into that 3-foot circle, and what that does is it widens his target and takes stress off of him so that he doesn't feel anxious about needing to hit a perfect shot.
From 50 yards, lag putting, every shot that we hit is trying to get inside this 3-foot circle. If that's our goal, we need to become infallible from 3 feet.
So practicing with the 3-foot circle is gonna give you instant confidence. And today I'm gonna show you 2 drills that you can use to bulletproof inside of 3 foot, and then as well work on your distance control so that you can get the ball inside your scoring zone inside 3 feet. So drill number 1 is gonna be focusing on those short putts at 3 feet. Let's go do it. Okay, so all you're gonna need for this drill is your putter and 10 balls. Let's go set it up. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put your putter down like this, put a ball, and you're gonna do 10 balls around the hole. But the goal here is we want to try and get ourselves to make 10 putts in a row going around the circle. So to demonstrate, I'm gonna have my brother behind the camera go ahead and try and make these putts. Ooh. There we go. So you notice he's not reading the tiny little breaks that occur inside of 3 feet. There's not going to be a ton of break, but you need to be able to indicate these tiny little breaks on these short putts, because these are the short putts that are going to save you par or save you bogey. So by going around the circle, he starts to activate different breaks around the hole. And the goal is to make 10 in a row. So that puts a little bit of pressure on you so that when you're getting, you've got 8 in a row, your last 2, you're gonna feel a lot of pressure to get them in. And being able to perform under pressure like that is what's gonna actually translate into being able to perform under pressure on the golf course. Good putt.
Interesting, those little breaks, I did not expect it to be. I mean, I've done a lot of 3-foot putts, but going around, I've never actually done that intentionally, one after the other. And there's a lot of variation. This green has a little bit of slope, but it's not significant. There's a lot of variation in that. And like you said, it really kind of activated my brain. After the first 4, I was kind of surprised. And I was like, why am I not getting this in the hole? Why is this not going down?
Yeah, looking at this, you'd almost think that it's flat.
Yeah.
But that's what you got to learn to see, is that you can't assume that it's flat. You got to look at every single putt, especially these short ones inside 3 feet, because making these is what's going to give you that confidence to be able to break 90, is not wasting strokes, not 3-putting from this distance. Okay, so the next drill is going to be a lag putting drill. You're going to need your putter, 10 balls, and a 7-iron. The reason we need a 7-iron is putting a 7-iron down from the hole like this, that gives you an idea of what the radius would be like for a 3-foot circle. So you have to just visually in your head draw a circle around from there. And now we're gonna pace off. Really, it can be any distance that you want, but basically I would go like this. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now turn around and look at it. If you're confident you can get it inside that circle, take a few more steps back. So let's go 1, 2, 3. Now maybe it starts to get dicey, but wherever you feel like you're looking at it and you think, okay, that's gonna be a little bit challenging for me, we wanna find the edge of your comfort zone And then from that distance, wherever that is, and that distance is going to change the more that we practice, we're going to put down 10 balls, and we're going to hit 10 lag putts, and use the 7-iron on the ground as a judge for whether or not we got it inside our 3-foot circle.
Trying to not embarrass myself like the last drill.
Okay, so let's see where that ends up. Perfectly pin high, nice putt. That is exactly what we're looking for.
If I want to like change the position of these balls just a little bit with the same distance, so I can learn again to read the contours like in the other one.
So it's totally up to you. What I would recommend is keeping it the same, because we're just working on speed, not necessarily the line. So the more that we focus on speed, I think the more we're going to get out of the drill. But if you want to work on reading the line, that's not a bad thing. Great putt, go in the hole. Oof.
Oh, I feel like I wimped out a little on that one.
We look at that, that's inside your 3-foot circle.
Yeah. Oh, well. Okay. Little.
Oh, that's our first miss. The goal is to try and get 10 of these in a row. If you can get 10 of these in a row, you're definitely making improvement, especially if each time you do it, you walk back to a distance that you're not sure you're going to be able to get 10 in a row, and just push your comfort zone, and you're going to see progress quick.
Nice. Go, baby, go, baby.
Good putt.
So 9 out of 10. Can't be that upset. For wins, and I kind of noticed that at a certain point I lost my confidence in the stroke, and then when I refocused on confidence, I kind of lost the face of my club, the feel for that. And so I think there's just a little bit of procedure that I can think about to approach the ball every time the same, that'll help me keep that confidence in the stroke.
Definitely a routine is going to help, but also beyond that, it's just putting in the reps and putting in the time doing these drills, so that, you know, your body has already pre-calculated everything, so that you feel confident when you're stepping up to these short putts. All right guys, so those 2 drills should give you a really good start. If you're really serious about trying to break 90 and reduce strokes, we have a much more comprehensive part 2 video to this one, where you're gonna go through a lot more detailed drills, a lot more specific, and honing your skills even that much more. So if you wanna check out the part 2, the link to that will be in the description. There's a free 7-day trial to our Skool community. You guys can check it out, see if you like it. And then I want to ask you guys, what video do you want to see next? What are you struggling with? What would you like to work on? We're here to help as many golfers break 90 as possible. So let us know how we can help you. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Peace.